Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch Reviewers. Today I have kind of some bad news for you guys. It was recently pointed out that Accuweather, which is a weather app that's pretty big here in the States for iOS, is sending location data to a monetization company even when location sharing is off. So just some backstory on this. The guy who found this, his name is Will Straffic. His username or his handle on Twitter is Chronic. You guys probably know him from like jailbreak stuff. But he actually did this research about a week ago, I would say, is when I first started seeing it on Twitter. He was tweeting about basically proof that he had found that this app, Accuweather, was sending way too much data to, what he found out was Reveal Mobile, which is basically a monetization company for ads and, location stuff. They just want to collect tons of data about people. But he figured this out that, it was all going to this company, and there was no real disclosure, I guess, to people didn't know that it was happening is basically what I'm trying to say. So basically what they were doing was taking your data, sending it to these people that's a monetization company. And yeah, so if you guys use Accuweather, I highly suggest right now that you delete it, get it off your device if you don't want to be data mined. So with that being said, I will go on. I did not think that this story would go mainstream. I didn't think it would hit these news sites. That's why I didn't make a video on it last week. I was like, well, he could be wrong, first of all. Second of all, most people don't care anymore these days. You guys use Google. You probably have your location on for all types of apps. People are tracking you all the time. In fact, I bet you've got frequent locations still on your iPhone, so you can see, where your boyfriend or girlfriend's been going if they've been cheating. Google tracks everything you type into Google. You guys can turn that off. They track everywhere you go. If you have an Android phone, they track all kinds of shit. So you're being tracked right now. So most people don't even give a shit about this. But if you do care about this stuff, this is pretty scary. So let me get into the story here. So Accuweather was partnering with Reveal Mobile to collect GPS coordinates, speed, altitude, and the BSSID of a Wi-Fi router, which basically can give you someone's location like almost exactly. Like, in case you didn't know, location from GPS is only so good. But once you get it from a Wi-Fi source, once you connect to Wi-Fi, you can pinpoint your location much better, especially with Bluetooth, and this can detect whether Bluetooth is on or off. So when location services were enabled, Reveal Mobile got all of this. However, if you turned it off, let me find where it says, it only sent the BSSID of the Wi-Fi, or the Wi-Fi router name, I should say, is still concerning because why do they need that? It says, during a testing period of 36 hours, specifically while Accuweather was not in the foreground, my test on my iPhone located on a desk sent the above information to Reveal Mobile a total of 16 times, once every few hours. The Reveal Mobile is a firm that uses location data to gather information on users' homework and frequently visited locations, pairing that data with demographic targeting for retailers and ads. And then basically went into a whole thing saying we don't attempt to reverse engineer the location, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, whatever. They haven't looked at it yet, but they could at any time. They're saying it's, misconstrued, blah, blah, blah. They're releasing a new version of the SDK, which will no longer send any data points. Yeah, that's a lie. And then if I scroll down here, the scariest part, okay, right here. Other data such as Wi-Fi network information that is not user information was for a short period available on Reveal SDK, but was unused by Accuweather. In fact, Accuweather was unaware the data was available to it. Accordingly, at no point was the data used by Accuweather for any purpose. Okay, Accuweather was using a product in an app that they gave you and put on your phone. Well, you put it on your phone, so that's your own damn fault. But they were using an SDK in their app that you guys put on your phone that they didn't even understand. They didn't even know that this thing was collecting, supposedly, that this thing was collecting your router information, like Wi-Fi network information. They didn't even know that. They're claiming. Whether this is true or not, it's a bad sign. Either they're lying, which is awful, or they actually didn't know and they just put this shit in there, and Reveal Mobile was just gathering all this, without them even knowing what it was doing, which is just scary, like mind-blowing. Like, Accuweather is a pretty big company. You would think that they would have at least sat down with Reveal SDK or Reveal Mobile and talked about their SDK that they're putting into their own app. Like, that is just, that's probably the worst sentence out of all this. And it was in their second paragraph because they provided a joint statement on this thing. So both of them got together and wrote this up, which is this is just crazy. So there are other apps probably that do this. You guys use any free VPN apps? It's probably doing it. There's tons of apps that could do this, but this one just got called out, and I'm really happy that it did get called out, because anyone that does this, basically fuck you. If you make an app and it tracks people in the background without their consent, fuck you. You're a piece of shit, and that should be illegal. Hopefully they're taking to court over this or something, although I'm sure something in the terms of service said you can't do anything about it. But I mean, this is just disgusting. So if you're an app developer, don't do something as stupid as this. And also, they said that they're releasing a new version of the SDK within 24 hours. I forget when was this posted? Well, it doesn't really matter when this was posted. So maybe tomorrow. Looks like they're releasing an update, which is supposedly going to take this away. But still, according to this guy right here, so if you grant permission access to location for severe weather alerts, no change. So they're still going to be collecting the stuff if you opt into location alerts, which completely defeats the purpose of the app. So here's what I recommend. Delete this app and get a different weather app. There's tons of them out there. There's some really good ones. Personally, I just use the weather app that comes on your phone for the temperature, and for radar, I use My Radar. I don't like My Radar, the company themselves, but the app is solid. It is really good when the developers aren't breaking it. It is probably the most accurate and well done radar app that I've used on my iPhone. So check that one out, guys. Stay informed on this stuff. I know tracking and stuff is only, helpful if you actually care about it and do something about it. So not everyone cares about it. So if you do care about it, now you know. That's all I got for this video, guys. If you liked it, hit with a thumbs up and subscribe. I got tons more videos coming for you guys on iPhone 8 leaks, stuff like this, news, security stuff, because I'm definitely into that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, hit that little bell icon so you guys get notified every time I drop a new video. So yeah, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.